My video from March the 6th, 2020 is number 3387. The title is Weeding Out Corruption and Special Favors. This report was sent to me. Quote, no wonder the Obamas hate President Trump. Good news is always sweet, especially when even Snopes will verify the same. Snopes says our President Donald Trump did indeed send Obama a bill for all the vacations he has gone on since leaving office. It's no wonder ex-President Obama's last speech went after President Trump. Obama's recent speeches are not to support his Democrat Party. They are to slam President Trump for taking away the Obama's taxpayer-paid vacations for the next 20 years. President Trump cancels their vacations and refunds the money to the American taxpayers. Ex-President Obama was going to stick us for $2.1 billion or so. Before Obama left office, he arranged with the State Department for a series of official visits to foreign countries spanning the next 20 years. Using funds from the Office of Presidential Visits and Vacations, Obama was planning to use what would have been $2.1 billion in free vacations for him and up to 24 members of his family, plus staff, and even a dog sitter until the year 2036. End quote. And there's more. The Obamas are also facing another new challenge at the hands of President Trump. They're going to have to repay the government for all those vacations that weren't official state business. The bill, after some small allowances for days that were possibly work-related, is for $214 million. Of the 692 days the Obamas spent on vacation, almost none included any work at all. They ate, slept, and golfed. And Michelle was given shopping allowances from the Office of Discretionary Gifting Funds, which is supposed to be used to buy presents for visiting dignitaries. P.S. Michelle's mother, who took care of the granddaughters for all 8 years, was getting paid. And now she's getting a pension of $13,000 a month for the rest of her life. That's pretty good Social Security, don't you think? I survive on just a little over $1,000 a month and struggle to make ends meet, especially when I'm trying to keep my car, which is a 2001 vehicle, running and keeping it so that I can rely and have transportation. Public transportation is not like it is in the big cities, not even close. Anyway, folks, again, there's more and more reports of corruption, but it's not just the Obamas. I don't want to give the impression that the Obamas are the only ones that take advantage of taxpayer monies. Virtually all of the politicians on both sides of the aisle have lined their pockets at the expense of the people that struggle to survive. No wonder there's so much crime when there's so much injustice and so much inequality between the poor and the rich. I mean, I can't even conceive of, I get probably under $13,000 a year in Social Security. And she's getting it every month. And again, this is Michelle's mother. And I don't even know that Michelle is a woman. And I've said that in other videos, but even that's virtually irrelevant. I don't really care. I'm not against adults choosing their partners however they see fit, whatever their longings are, as long as they don't involve children. Children should not be corrupted. And tortured from early ages when they haven't even discovered their own identity and their own sexual nature, etc. I mean, it's crazy. There's so much insanity. And by the way, I had thought that by today I was going to be making a video with a lady that I thought had said I had agreed that we would make a video together, but I asked her to please get back to me. And I thought it was a particular person, and no, it's not that lady that I had thought it was. So I'm not even sure if this person that piqued my attention or got my attention. I'm not sure that she's ever going to get back to me. And if she does, I mean, I'll make a video with her. But I get frustrated when I see things like this because I know how unjust the world is. And I see the problems that are created by the so-called deep state. And it just annoys me that this stuff goes on and on and on, and there's never any corrective action taken because it seems to me that criminals run the world. And I'm not saying Donald Trump has not done some very unscrupulous things over the course of his life, but I do like some of the things that he's doing. I like him building the wall, and I like him trying to shut down the so-called sanctuary cities, or in some cases, sanctuary states. I like him. I like a lot of the things that he's doing, and I don't like some of the things that he's doing as well. He's still got a whole bunch of very, very wealthy people that got their wealth through the government, which is supposed to be serving the people, but it's totally not that at all. It's serving people that are, in many cases, criminally oriented. That's a sad state of affairs from my perspective, and it needs to be exposed and hopefully shut down. But is that what's going to happen? Is that the draining of the swamp that we were promised? I still see that Donald Trump as surrounded by swamp creatures. And I know I've said this before because it's a significant quote: keep your friends close and your enemies closer so you can keep an eye on them. And yes, he has certainly got a whole bunch of people on his staff that I question, and alliances with nations like Israel, and I keep saying that don't make sense to me. I mean, I'd like to see the people that call themselves Jews succeed, but not at the expense of others, not by demonizing Palestinians or other people. I'd like to see the world fixed, and at least where everybody could be more or less on a level playing field. But that's not the world I live in. It's not the world that you live in. And voting Democrat or Republican isn't going to fix it. We need people that are willing to tell the truth. But truth is anathema to these people who have lived by the lie for so long. They have been deceivers from the get-go, it seems, and it goes unpunished at most levels. At least there are talks of people that have committed crimes being punished now. That's a good thing in my book. I'd rather see them repent, but if they don't repent, they need to pay for their sins. They need to be imprisoned or fined extraordinarily, or both, probably. And all the money that has been stolen from the people should ultimately be returned to the people. What kind of a world would that create? A better world, in my opinion. Thanks for listening, and namaste.